Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, old YouTuber and PC gamer. I need a shower and a shaving, and I was thinking about to do it now, but let's just continue this. I'm uploading this Blaze Pascal, and I'm copy 700 gigabyte video from there to there. Of course, my external hard drive getting full very fast. I need to buy like that's 5,000 gigabyte. Cost like 900 Danish kroner. That's like that's like $140, $140. I have to buy that every 2 or 3 months. And I not have much money now, so that's actually a problem. I buy it from, I have a credit cards. So no, I need a shower and a shaving. I need to change my t-shirt and underwear. But I can do it, let's do it after this video. And I have to cook food later. Let's get some cola. I have not eaten any food today. And now it's more than 12 noon. And that's my last cola, so I need to go to this discount supermarket to get 3 more colas. I was thinking about to do it now, but we could do it later or do it tomorrow. I have cola for today and tomorrow and the next few days. Yes. So let's continue. Read about calculator, but that's electronics calculator. But they must have a kind of CPU. They have a easy integrated circuits. No, they must have some kind of computer chips inside this calculator and program how they're working. Actually, I need a table calculator myself. I have an old one, I think. I got it second hand. I got this old calculator with a solar cell power, but it's a bit broken. Yes, we said 10 times 50. That's 500. That's must be some kind of processors inside, but this is old one. Ibeco, made in Switzerland, solar battery dual power. So it not says where it's from, what year, but that's a product number. Ibeco, Switzerland, maybe probably a good brand, I don't know. But I think it helps so, but maybe this battery can work for years and years and years. I have another old calculator somewhere. Don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. But this is what I'm using when I'm making my budgets. Every month I make a budget. Yes, but let's read about calculator. Electronic calculator. We had that before the PC, the personal computers. We had this calculator. I think they were getting in the 60s. No, actually the first Intel CPU, the Intel 4004, that was to this Busicom calculator. And we have read about this. I have it on my playlist. This Busicom company. They did need the electronic calculator. Busicom, that's Intel's 4004. That was the world's first Intel CPU. Yes, but I have not eat any food today, so I'm a little bit dizzy, but I'm going to cook hot food soon. And I think I need a shower and a shaving. I do this, then I will take a shower and a shaving, then I will cook some food. Or I go and buy some cola. Have to check my cell phone. Yes, let's continue. I need a bit more cola. Good. Let's read it. I'll read it same time. I read it. This is why I use the mouse, but of course my eyes can follow the text. I just do it because I read it on the video. You can see where my mouse is moving. This is where the computer voice is reading. Read loud, read to end of documents.
Calculator. An electronic pocket calculator with a 7-segment liquid crystal display, LCD, that can perform arithmetic operations. A modern scientific calculator with a dot matrix octant electronic calculator is typically a portable electronic device used to perform calculations, ranging from basic arithmetic to complex mathematics. The first solid-state electronic calculator was created in the early 1960s. Pocket-sized devices became available in the 1970s. Especially after the Intel 4004, the first microprocessor, was developed by Intel for the Japanese calculator company Busicom. They later became used commonly within the petroleum industry, oil and gas. Modern electronic calculators vary from cheap, giveaway, credit card-sized models to sturdy desktop models with built-in printers. They became popular in the mid-1970s as the incorporation of integrated circuits reduced the size and cost. By the end of that decade, prices had dropped to the point where a basic calculator was affordable to most, and they became common in schools. Computer operating systems as far back as early Unix have included interactive calculator programs such as DC and HOC. And calculator functions are included in almost all personal digital assistant, PDA, type devices, the exceptions being a few dedicated address book and dictionary devices. In addition to general purpose calculators, there are those designed for specific markets. For example, there are scientific calculators which include trigonometric and statistical calculations. Some calculators even have the ability to do computer algebra. Graphing calculators can be used to graph functions defined on the real line, or higher dimensional Euclidean space. As of 2016, basic calculators cost little, but scientific and graphing models tend to cost more. With the very wide availability of smartphones, tablet computers and personal computers, dedicated hardware calculators, while still wideliest, are less common than they once were. In 1986, calculators still represented an estimated 41% of the world's general-purpose hardware capacity to compute information. By 2007, this had diminished to less than 0.05%. 1. Contents. Design input. Display output. Memory. Power source. Key layout. Internal working sexamplen numeric representation. Calculators compared to computers. History precursors to the electronic calculator. Development of electronic calculators. Programmable calculators. 1970s to mid-1980s pocket calculators. Programmable pocket calculators. Technical improvements. Mass market phase. Mid-1980s to present. Use in education. See also. References. Sources. Further reading. External links. Design. Scientific calculator displays of fractions and decimal equivalence input. Electronic calculators contain a keyboard with buttons for digits and arithmetical operations. Some even contain 00 and 000 buttons to make larger or smaller numbers easier to enter. Most basic calculators assign only one digit or operation on each button. However, in more specific calculators, a button can perform multifunction working with key combinations. Display output. Calculators usually have liquid crystal displays, LCD, as output in place of historical light-emitting diode, LED, displays and vacuum fluorescent displays, VFD. Details are provided in the section Technical Improvements. Large-sized figures are often used to improve readability, while using decimal separator, usually a point rather than a comma, instead of or in addition to vulgar fractions. Various symbols for function commands may also be shown on the display. Fractions such as 1/3 are displayed as decimal approximations, for example rounded to 0.33333333. Also, some fractions, such as 1/7, which is 0.14285714285714, to 14 significant figures, can be difficult to recognize in decimal form. As a result, many scientific calculators are able to work in vulgar fractions or mixed numbers. Memory. Calculators also have the ability to store numbers into computer memory. Basic calculators usually store only one number at a time. More specific types are able to store many numbers represented in variables. The variables can also be used for constructing formulas. Some models have the ability to extend memory capacity to store more numbers. The extended memory address is termed an array index. Power source. Power sources of calculators are batteries, solar cells or mains electricity, for old models, turning on with a switch or button. Some models even have no turn-off button, but they provide some way to put off, for example, leaving no operation for a moment, covering solar cell exposure, or closing their lid. Crank-powered calculators were also common in the early computer era. Key layout. The following keys are common to most pocket calculators. While the arrangement of the digits is standard, the positions of other keys vary from model to model. The illustration is an example. Usual basic pocket calculator layout: MCMRMM plus C plus or minus percent square root 789 divided by 4561230. Equals plus. Calculator buttons and their meanings: MC or CM memory clear, MR, RM or MRC memory recall, M memory subtraction, M plus memory addition, C or AC all clear. Last entry, sometimes called CE/C. A first press clears the last entry, CE, a second press clears all, C. Plus or minus or CHS toggle positive/negative number, aka change sign, percent divided by division, multiplication, subtraction plus addition. Decimal point square root equals result. Internal workings. In general, a basic electronic calculator consists of the following components: SAD/2, power source, mains electricity, battery and / or solar cell. The interior of a Casio FX991S calculator. Keypad, input device, consists of keys used to input numbers and function commands, addition, multiplication, square root, etc. Display panel, output device, displays input numbers, commands on decimals. Liquid crystal displays, LCDs, vacuum fluorescent displays, VFDs, and light-emitting diode, LED, displays use 7 segments to represent each digit in a basic calculator. Advanced calculators may use dot matrix displays. A printing calculator, in addition to a display panel, has a printing unit that prints results in ink onto a roll of paper, using a printing mechanism. Processor chip, microprocessor or central processing unit. Processor chips contains unit function scanning, polling, unit. When a calculator is powered on, it scans the keypad waiting to pick up an electrical signal when a key is pressed. Encoder unit converts the numbers and functions into binary code. X register and Y register, they are number stores where numbers are stored temporarily while doing calculations. All numbers go into the X register first. The number in the X register is shown on the display. Flag register, the function for the calculation is stored here until the calculator needs it. Permanent memory, ROM. The instructions for inbuilt functions, arithmetic operations, square roots, percentages, trigonometry, etc., are stored here in binary form. These instructions are programs, stored permanently, and cannot be erased. User memory, RAM, the store where numbers can be stored by the user. User memory contents can be changed or erased by the user. Arithmetic logic unit, ALU. The ALU executes all arithmetic and logic instructions, and provides the results in binary coded form. Binary decoder unit converts binary code into decimal numbers which can be displayed on the display unit. Clock rate of a processor chip refers to the frequency at which the central processing unit, CPU, is running. It is used as an indicator of the processor's speed, and is measured in clock cycles per second or Hz, Hz. For basic calculators, the speed can vary from a few hundred Hz to the kilohertz range. Example. A basic explanation as to how calculations are performed in a simple 4-function calculator. To perform the calculation 25 plus 9, one presses keys in the following sequence on most calculators. 25 plus 9 equals. When 25 is entered, it is picked up by the scanning unit. The number 25 is encoded and sent to the X register. An office calculating machine with a paper printer next. When the AND key is pressed, the addition instruction is also encoded and sent to the flag or the status register. The second number 9 is encoded and sent to the X register. This pushes, shifts, the first number out into the register. When the equals key is pressed, a message, signal, from the flag or status register tells the permanent or non-volatile memory that the operation to be done is addition. The numbers in the X and Y registers are then loaded into the ALU and the calculation is carried out following instructions from the permanent or non-volatile memory. The answer, 34, is sent, shifted, back to the X register. From there, it is converted by the binary decoder unit into decimal number, usually binary coded decimal, and then shown on the display panel. Other functions are usually performed using repeated additions or subtractions. Numeric representation. Most pocket calculators do all their calculations in binary coded decimal, BCD, rather than binary. BCD is common in electronic systems where a numeric value is to be displayed, especially in systems consisting solely of digital logic, and not containing a microprocessor. By employing BCD, the manipulation of numerical data for display can be greatly simplified by treating each digit as a separate single sub-circuit. This matches much more closely the physical reality of display hardware. A designer might choose to use a series of separate identical 7-segment displays to build a metering circuit, for example. If the numeric quantity were stored and manipulated as pure binary, interfacing to such a display would require complex circuitry, Therefore, in cases where the calculations are relatively simple, working throughout with